Hi and welcome to this PR in a Box tutorial. Today we're going to be covering creating a content plan for your business. Now, one of the things that's great about PR in a Box is the fact that you've got this timeline up at the top of your profile. One thing that we like to be able to do when we're mapping out what we've got going on throughout the course of the year is to start off with a bit of a spreadsheet. So today I'm just going to take you through how that would look. And if any of you want this spreadsheet sending over to you, the template sending over to you, just drop us an email at info@prinabox.com and we'll send it over. It's just a good way of starting to map out your campaign before you actually put it up onto the site. So what you'll see here is we've got various different sections on the calendar. Now, for the sake of today, I've created this fictitious company called the Great Big Cookie Company, and you'll see here I've put in some information which will just give you an idea about the type of things that you want to put in. So down the left-hand side, we have got a number of different sort of prompts here. Now, you can add in anything that you want that might be useful for your particular company, but we've just, for the template, we've created our own. So these are just things that are sort of key to creating a good marketing campaign. You know, you've got things like events, blogs, videos, and social media and things like that. So you'll see that it's also split up into different months. You may want to be doing this as a weekly thing if you have lots and lots of content going out on a regular basis. But most companies, when they're first getting into this, so that it doesn't become too daunting, they start off by just having it as months by month. What I would suggest doing is for the first 6 months, do it a month at a time. And then after that, maybe look at doing everything on a sort of fortnightly basis. So you'll see I've popped in some examples of what we would do. So the theme up at the top, the best thing really here is to have something that carries on throughout the course of the month. The reason that we'd say that is because it means that when you're putting out social media or email marketing campaigns or press releases, it means that there's a thread running through everything. This is not to say that you want to be putting out the same content, because things like Google and stuff will penalize you for not having unique content out. But what it does mean is that you've got a theme that runs throughout, and it will just mean that there's a nice flow throughout your communications to journalists and also customers and out on social media as well. One of the things to point out is within the press release section, what you've got to consider is short lead and long lead media. So for January, I'm suggesting here sending out a press release that would be making cookies for a Valentine's gift. Now, obviously, Valentine's is in February, so this is going to be focused on press that have a very short lead. So this might be online publications, weekly publications, things like that, who are writing things sort of reasonably close to the deadline date. But for other publications, some of the bigger glossy publications, sometimes they have a 4 months lead time. So when you're mapping out your content plan, you want to just make sure that you take that into consideration, that if you're wanting to, say, send Vogue something or one of those other long lead publications, you'd need to be sending them sort of 4 or 5 months in advance just to make sure you can get it into the print publication. Bear in mind, a lot of these long lead magazines and things now do have online presence, so that you can get into them on a shorter lead basis than you used to be able to. But it's just something that is worth considering when you're sending stuff out. Anyway, as I said, if you want a copy of this, please do drop us an email, info@prinabox.com, and we can send it over to you. But this is just a really good way of getting started before you start to populate your timeline on your profile. Thanks very much for listening today. Bye-bye.